Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we should be back here with the map. We should be back. Hopefully, we didn't miss too much here, but it looks like we did miss the first round that ESG were able to get on the board. This is going to be a solo cast from here on out. We apologize for the mess up, and I apologize for the poor quality of the stream. But as we said earlier, this is pretty much a bootstrap operation because I'm not supposed to be the one streaming. Anders is supposed to be the one streaming, so nothing is really set up the way I would have it. But we're gonna have to make do and just see this map through. We have to get to the end of it here. So, dAT team and ESG. dAT team currently leading 10 rounds on T side. Mirage, big advantage to them. I mean, it's tough to put into words how big of an advantage they have going into the remainder of this map. It's basically like a David and Goliath sort of scenario, except that right now, dAT team are Goliath, and in real life, David doesn't really stand up chance. The weight difference, Goliath just sits on him and it's over because dAT team have got 9 rounds on the least favored side, on the less favored side of this map, and they're in a terrific position to continue picking up more. So it's not looking too good here. Hopefully things have sorted out, and hopefully you guys actually have sound right now. I'm going to refresh the chat, and we'll see if that actually comes through. But tell me if the sound is good. If not, I apologize, but we'll just have to make do. You guys don't need sound anyways. You guys just need my sweet dulcet tones. Alright. Well, let's figure it out here. As now Delpan trying to do his best to buy time, but the bomb is going to get planted now for that team. World Edit gonna lose to Michaelele, and it's a double team. In fact, they are closing in. They are hungry, ESG. They want to get this bomb done, and they are looking for the round. But Flamey finds a headshot on Delpan, who was flashed. Roke steps in, manages to pick up a good kill, but there's still a 3-on-3, and that team have got solid after plant positions. The Triangle of Doom is still here, but 2 members are down, and Bondic trying to get out onto this site, stops the defuse, and he's still alive. Has he bought enough time? It's so close, but there will be enough time for Roke to get the defuse, just barely. Another second there bought by Bondic would have been enough for that team to pick up that round. And talk about a knife between the ribs there for ESG. If they had lost that, would have been unreal. Alright. This should be good. Alright, it should be alright. Hopefully higher sound, please. I can do that. I can put a little bit more sound in the game. So hopefully it's not too much for you guys. It should be a decent balance here. Let's see. Volume up on game sound. Game sound is a little bit higher now, but at least we've got game sound. It's not like earlier where we didn't actually have game sound. So we got that going for us, guys. Now, let's get on with it. Let's get into the rest of this. As for now, it seems like we have a pretty healthy buy coming out here from dAT team. ESG, however, Huiten has managed to pick up a Scar 20 to put to use. It's a triple scope play right now for ESG. An AWP on Michaelele and an AWP on Delpan round out that beautiful figure. And this is going to be looking like a pretty tough nut to crack for that team. They've got the smokes, they've got the flashes though. All the nades they need. So they can very well go for a pretty clean setup here if they manage to try and find a way in. But Emilio waiting in pit is going to catch Ubik, and that's not going to help things here for the Russians. And Delpan misses a shot. Could have swore he picked off Flamey there. That's not ideal. He will get the follow-up on World Edit, however, but that opens it up for the flank. Bondic manages to pick up 1. Emilio with 2. Emilio having the massive round here. But Blade is now alone in a 1v3. He's going to get the plant, and that is so good for his team, despite the spray. Getting that plant is huge. But then Huiten walks in and casually shoots him in the face with the Scar 20, and that is going to be the end. So we have good sound. And we should be alright. Alright, well, hopefully the internet holds now, and everything will go smoothly for here on out. But again, apologies for the delays, guys. Apologies for the technical difficulties that we've been having tonight. That is definitely not the standard that we keep here on the stream. Tonight has been a very particular night. But hopefully we'll have everything smoothed over for tomorrow, and we'll have a nice, clean stream tomorrow, because we have been going for about nearing on 12 hours now. So, it's been a long day of CS, but a damn good one. 4 best of 3s, and the same tomorrow. 4 best of 3s tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. CET right here on this channel, just so you guys know. So if you're looking for a nice, quiet Sunday afternoon with people shooting each other in the face, well, there you go. We're your source. Right now, though, that team's still looking like they want to try and set up for a B play this time around. They've got the bomb floating around B apartments. Roke actually holding fairly aggressive here up in the apartments. He's got support from Huiten, though, with that Scar 20, so really ESG not wanting to give any kind of room to that team. They're not contesting mid. Actually, you know, I take that back. ESG giving quite a bit of room with mid, but still, they're just locking down the sites. And they're just waiting to see where that team are going to go. Is it going to be a mid play, mid to A, or mid to B? That's information that ESG aren't going to get until that team are practically on top of them. So this passive play could come back to bite ESG. But so far, they've been landing some shots, and they have managed to put a couple rounds together here. Let's see here what we've got going in. Flamey taking point, managing to get the opening. No, he does not. Roke shuts him down first, and Roke's still alive, but Van cuts them off. 4v3, the rotation coming in. Blade needs to get rid of Roke as quickly as possible, but Roke is still alive, and Emilio will get the flank. This is not looking good for that team. All of a sudden, their momentum is grinding to a halt. 14 rounds. And through the box, Mikelele, a bit of the flair there, a bit of the styling comes through. But ESG now with 4 rounds. That team had so many rounds in a row and were so rich that they're actually going to have a fairly decent last buy. Despite everything here, despite ESG picking up these rounds. World Edit actually going for a Tech 9. You gotta admire that. I gotta admire that. Where are we going, though? Where did we decide to go here? As ESG are playing very aggressive. Look at Delpan pushed all the way up to the top of mid. Looking to get some kind of business going here. No support from his teammates either at this point. He's out here alone. If they were to come through underpass, this would be a very sad time here for Delpan. But he's fully committed to the task, and that team are fully committed to an A execute, it seems. Smokes, flashes are getting ready to go out here. Minute left on this clock, and this is the 15th round of the first half. But so far, that team with a terrific performance. They just need to go a little bit farther, and they will have another upset here. We will have our second today. Delpan through the smoke, catches Blade though, and that's not going to help things here for that team. They start rushing in, smoke's going down, flashes are in, and this is looking like that team just trying to close as much gap as possible. Emilio from Get Right manages to pick up the first one. He's supported by Mikelele, and this is just falling apart. That team getting obliterated. World Edit still picks up 1 frag with the Tech 9, but in the end, it's not good enough. But what really is good enough when you've got 10 rounds on the T side? Anything more than that, and it turns into icing on the cake, right? So at the end of it here, that team have got to be feeling pretty damn good about their first half performance so far on Mirage. Good half is called, and we should be wasting very little time here before we get into the second half, because I'm sure ESG want to hit the ground running and hold on to some of this momentum that they've got going for them here at the end of the first. I mean, they're going to need it. If we're looking at it, it was 10 straight rounds in a row for that team. T-side Mirage, I say. 10 straight rounds. Obscene. That is obscene. That is not supposed to happen. Ever. Ever. 5 rounds left, and ESG managed to pick them up. So a good performance there at the end by ESG, but holy hell, they must have been sweating bullets there towards the end. Once they start getting to 10 rounds, that's when you really start wondering what the hell is going wrong. But here we have it. Beginning of the second half, 16th round, ESG. Now swap over to the T side of Mirage. That team, CT side. Let's see what they have in store for us. Blade with the kit. Double flash for him. Good nades picked up on Bonic as well. A full set for 800. And only 1 man with Kevlar. Whereas ESG, well, quite a few nades for them as well. Mikelele and Delpan, the one sporting Kevlar this round. Well, we'll see if they can actually manage anything here. They bungle a smoke. That's not going to help things. Delpan actually body blocking the smoke for connector. That's really not going to help things here for ESG as they try and make a short play. But there's no support from the A site, and Delpan already starts off strong. Huit then manages to blitz down Ubik. Flamey gets caught, but this is all over the place. It's back and forth, and in the end, that team still have the life advantage, even if it is a 2-on-2. As I say that, though, Blade gets caught, and Bondic brings it back to a 1v1. Delpan now down to 9 HP, and he's making the right call. He was close enough to short, and he has the bomb. He's able to make a run for it. He's going to get to this A site fast enough, and he actually has a fighting chance now. If he's smart about the afterplant position, he could potentially catch Bondic, who has to run from all the way across. He has to pick up the kit, and he will pick it up. Okay, Blade had one, so no reason not to. But Bondic wastes no time, and Delpan and Get Right like this is a very cheeky play. Is Bondic going to check? Bondic doesn't check. He takes fire. And he should get the final frag. There it is. Done and dusted. That team win the second half pistol round. And this is looking grim for the Swedes. ESG are reeling. At least they get the plant. At least they get the plant. So there is that. But it's just not enough for ESG. They needed to win that pistol round. That team on the favored side of Mirage. It's not by a large margin, but it's still the favored side of Mirage. You're going to have a bit of an easier time of it. And they're even shanking each other now. What the hell is going on with ESG? Roke runs up. Gets caught. Blade somehow living with 2 HP. And World Edit taking a fight at mid, but that's really not going to lead to too much here, apart from information gain. Michael taking a little bit of nade damage, and World Edit insta-give. Michael gets punished. $600 in World Edit's pocket. He's going to be happy about that. And he's still willing to challenge mid. World Edit has got no fear. Only guts. In the end, Bondic, yeah, good positioning there. Catches Delpan at mid, wandering. Emilio looking to get out onto the site to support his mate, Huiten, who is currently coming in from B Apartments, but this is not going to be good enough. Emilio actually manages to put that MP7 to work, pick up a good frag, looking for another one. Ubik now caught kind of out in the open. Blaine only with 2 HP, can't really lend a hand, but Ubik will end Emilio. And now it's Huiten, 42 seconds left. He has to make a decision. Where does he want to go? He doesn't really have the time anymore, and he will get caught out in the open. Ah, man. But now is the big opportunity here for ESG. Delpan just barely able to eke out an AWP here in this round. Glass cannon, but still. Excuse me. Whereas that team, they don't have a whole lot. Now, they got enough as far as the nades are concerned, but no AWP. And they're still rocking a couple FAMASas. But then they have so much room as far as the rounds are concerned. They have so much room before ESG actually start being a threat that they can afford to not upgrade rifles. They can hold on to FAMASas. They can wait a couple rounds to buy an AWP. It's not a problem. There's no rush for that team anymore. They really just have to pace themselves. Keep calm, pace themselves, and go off of what ESG are going for here. Because again, we're seeing a similar style here. That team are predicting the B play rather, with 3 guys holding solid on the B site. That's not looking like what ESG want to do, though. They're managing to sneak 2 guys up in a connector right here. And there's the flank. Somehow, Bondic lives. Emilio about to eat a lot of nade damage, but he makes it out of there in one piece. That was a close call. But it does seem like it's going to be the A play. And in response to this, that team have rotated an extra man over. World Edit now on site with the M4A1. Holding from CT. But the triangle is now set up. Blade looking mid. And Blade! This is a golden opportunity. He still gets a kill, but that throws them off. That throws all the tempo off. Delphan misses a point-blank shot. Are you kidding me? ESG, they're failing. Blade gets caught, and this is it. Blade even saves the AWP, but Blade with the triple kill. World Edit with the double. And that is that team putting ESG to rest. The first buy round for ESG. Everything, all or nothing. That round had to happen. And ESG, they can't do it. Blade with a sick flank out a window. Delpan missing a crucial shot. Blade needed to go down there, and Delpan had all the time. Coming from the spot that's named after him. He couldn't do it. And now it's just going to be the full-on YOLO rush. The defense here holding solid so far until I swap to him, and then it's the end. But a nade is going to do more than enough work. World Edit and Ubik doubling up, and the bomb is dropped on B site now. Only Michaelele left alive, and it's not looking likely here, gents. He needs to find the sickest headshot, but it's just not meant to be. And that team are now 2 rounds away from qualifying for the main event of Gamescom. Another upset in this tournament. So far tonight, London Conspiracy take out Na'Vi in a best of 3. All 3 maps, a thing of beauty. And they managed to pull it off in the end. And now are we going to have the same story? Are that team going to qualify for a LAN event? The biggest LAN event, the second one this year. What a story. But now let's see. Ubik holding on the other side. Eats some nade damage. Not going to help him too much. But he doesn't have too much information either until Flamey manages to step in with that AWP. This is not looking good. All of a sudden, they're falling apart. Michaelele manages to blitz down 1, but it's a 2-on-3. They have the bomb, and the bomb is going to get planted. Huiten still looking to get on that site and actually get this plant to happen. But there's a man waiting right up close to him. Blade not peeking, letting that bomb go. Nice timing there by Huiten with the pop flash. Completely blinding Blade, and that actually leads to a kill. Beautiful play from Huiten. Managing to keep it together here. 2 members coming in from that team. out in kitchen. World Edit takes a peek. He's going to get out of there in one piece, in fact. Manages to make it past. Wait, then now alive, but just barely. Gets spotted. Bondic sprays him down. And to Michaelele, but he's not going to make it happen. World Edit with the flank. That 2-on-2 played down to a T for that team. And in the end, it is going to be that team 1 round away. 1 round away as Michaelele continues to make a fool of himself. God damn. Come on, Michaelele. You'd think you would learn. World Edit picking up the first frag. Emilio just looking dominant right now. That is, as he's dead. World Edit actually looking dominant is what I mean to say, but still. It's going to be Bondic picking up. Wait, then. This is all falling apart now for ESG. They're down 2 guys. They still have to get onto a site. They have control of mid somewhat, but that team are willing to fight them for it. That team are willing to take peeks. Ubik peeking up on short, manages to make it back around the corner. And now it's just flashes, it's nades, everything to slow down ESG. Not let them get onto it. All 3 going up through connector. And this is actually, I like this play. Just double up, get everybody together, triple up. Double up is not enough. But this may give them a fighting chance to get onto this site as Blade manages to cut 1 down. Blade getting a double kill, and that's more than enough. Michaelele gets caught by World Edit. GG is called. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We know now the first 2 teams from the winner bracket going on to the main event. It is going to be that team, and it will be London Conspiracy. But that is it from us tonight.